Welcome to the kitchen table, where the jankiest Magic the Gathering decks battle it out for glory, but most of all for your viewing pleasure. And to make it even extra fun, we have a little leaderboard, where the winner will win a Modern Horizons 2 Collector Booster, thanks to our partner Cardmarket. To participate in this leaderboard, there's only one thing you need to do, and that is predict the winner of the next match and leave it in the comments below. We will announce the next match at the very end of this video, so stay with us until the end. But now sit back and relax, and let's ask Bram which two decks will enter the arena this time.
In this match, a bunch of albino dragons encounter MINSC and Boo and their NAYA zoo deck. Let's have a look what this is all about. This mono-white albino dragon deck is led by the Grandmaster of Flowers and plays big dragons like Icing Death, Yosei and Timeless Dragon. The dragons gain support from a lot of smaller cards like Sylvia Brightspear, Orator of Ojutai and enchantments like Seal of Cleansing, who all were great with the Sun Titan. MINSC, the beloved ranger, and his hamster Boo gathered a lot of aggressive creatures in the colors green, white and red, like the Wild Necatl, Curd Ape and a Fleecemane Lion. The deck also plays powerful legendary creatures like Radha and Tuya. Add some strong support cards like Rancor and Lightning Helix and you have yourself an aggressive creature deck.
Fight!
In this battle of the exotic creatures, we have an albino dragon deck and a bunch of creatures from the zoo with MINSC and Boo. They have a big Maul, they have a big elk, a settled rhyme stack, of course also some lands. Lightning Healings is also in the opening hand and I also see an elf. Now let's have a look at those dragons. They have a lot of spot removal. I see a soul snare, but also some moss removal in the card Day of Judgment. Of course, it's a dragon deck and the first white dragon is a ward scale dragon. The zoo deck will start. They have a Kazul's Fury and that can be played as Kazul's Cliffs. A gorgeous lightning plane is played and tapped for a soul snare. This is an enchantment that you can sacrifice to exile an attacking creature. Now let's head back to the zoo with MINSC and Boo. 2 mana is tapped for an elk, that's a settled rhyme stack. It's a 2/2 that can get bigger when you play another creature. Now back to the dragons. They play a land and pass the turn. 3 mana available. Here's a Curd Ape. And that's followed up by an attack from an elk. It's a 4/4, but Soul Snare is sacrificed, but wait! Here is Wild Shape. This crazy elk now changes into a turtle with hexproof.
Yep.
And that means 3 damage will be dealt to the dragon player. We already saw some nice tricks. Dragon player plays the nice third lightning planes, passes the turn. The pressure is definitely on from the zoo deck. That's what we expected to happen, of course. Here is a Sunblade Elf and 6 damage from the elk and the ape. Now 4 mana available. Day of Judgment destroys all creatures, but they're not all extinct because we are heading back to the zoo and the zoo player still has 2 options. Here is Scavenging Ooze. It's a 2/2 that can deal with graveyards. Now back to our dragon player. He now has 5 lands. Here is a Seal of Cleansing that deals with artifacts and enchantments, and Winds of Abandon deals with the ooze. Now the zoo player can play a basic land tapped. It will be a forest. And now we head back to the zoo. And now a 5th land is played, Cinderglade. And here is Fleecemane Lion. Now the Seal of Cleansing is preventing the Zoo player from playing his equipment back to the dragons. And are we going to see a dragon? Yes! Here is Ward Scale Dragon. 4/4 with flying. And now, what is the Zoo player doing? He drew a nice trick. Are we going to see some action? Yes! Here is Primal Might. The cat now gets +4/+4 and will fight with the dragon. That means dead dragon and 7 damage. Zoo player really putting the pressure on, but here is a Sun Titan and that will immediately get back a Soul Snare. So the dragon player is organizing his defenses with a big 6/6 giant with vigilance that can get back small permanents from the graveyard when it attacks. Now the Fleeceman Lion is becoming monstrous. He now has hexproof and indestructible. Let's see what the dragon player does. Defenses are on. Ancestor Dragon is there. The giant attacks, gaining 1 life from the Ancestor Dragon. Of course, it's being blocked by the indestructible cat. Back to the zoo with MINSC and Boo. I just love saying that, and let's hope the Zoo player also loves the next card. Here is Rip Apart, dealing with Seal of Cleansing. Now the Maul of Skyclaves puts the cat in the air. +2/+2, flying at first strike. A block is necessary to survive. Ancestor Dragon is sacrificed, but now the giant is bringing back the Seal of Cleansing, dealing with the Maul of Skyclaves. And here is a cat. That's actually a dragon. The NAYA player wants to get rid of that giant, but he doesn't take the bait. He blocks with the cat. Now here's a Kurt Ape to follow up. Lightning Helix in hand, of course. Back to the albino dragon player. Sun Titan attacks. The imposter of the 6th Bride comes back. And here is Sylvia, Bright Spear. All dragons have now double strike. But Lightning Helix takes care of Sylvia.
If I don't know Sylvia.
By Sylvia, here is the almighty Brushwhack. A 1/1 with trample that can be pumped. No attacks. Let's see, Haven of the Spirit Dragon is a nice one. It can get back a dragon. It will get back the Ancestor Dragon and that can be played immediately. Dragons are using all their mana. Of course, they will now attack with the Sun Titan. And they might even attack with the Imposter. Because here is Sylvia. She's coming back, giving the Imposter double strike. Because it's also a dragon. It's a changeling. So we are going to see some blocks. And the Brushwhack is activated. That means he's a 4/4. And we have some casualties, but we finally got rid of that Sun Titan. Back to the zoo now. Oh, that's a forest. That doesn't help the Fleeceman Lion. And a big double striking dragon is ready to attack back in the air. This does not look good for the zoo player. We head back to the land of the dragon. They draw an Okatras monument. It's a monument that doesn't do a lot, but the dragon does. Putting the zoo player at 1, they still have 1 card in hand. We add another one, but it's a lone lion. That's played. The zoo player will now try to bluff an attack, but Sylvia prevents any damage dealt. And that's the last forest. It's game over.
Knockout.
So this was this week's match. Check out the community tab of this channel to find out where you are in the leaderboard, or learn how you can join the leaderboard by clicking on this link here. But most importantly, predict who will be the winner of the next match and leave it in the comments below. And Bram will tell us now which 2 decks will battle it out in the next epic match.
Next up, Merfolk versus the Mono Black Spectre deck. Here are the decks. Leave in the comments who you think will win, and always keep it casual.